Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. It is so good to see you again. And if this is your first time here, hello, welcome. My name is Haylee and I am a lucid dream and out-of-body experience guide, and I help people experience altered states of consciousness for life transformation, healing, and self-exploration. And I've noticed a lot of us in different places with our dream practice. Some are just getting into it for the first time. I'm sure you've experienced losing motivation and falling off of your dream practice. And sometimes we can be filled with doubt or frustration when our dream practice isn't really what we want it to be. And so I want to show you ways that you can work with your dreams no matter where you are at, whether or not you've had a lucid dream before, whether or not you're experiencing much lucidity at all. All you really need for this is some basic dream recall and to be writing your dreams down in your dream journal. So if you haven't built up your dream recall yet, or you don't have a dream journal yet and don't know how to start one, but you want to start one, then you can check out the playlist here. So this video is going to be all about exploring our dream world in different ways. And the reason why we would want to do that is that's what even gets us lucid in the first place, is understanding what it feels like and what it looks like to be awake, and what it feels like and what it looks like to be in a dream. And if you are paying attention to your dreams, if you are writing your dreams down and reviewing them, there's so many patterns that we can actually see in our dreams that we can use as triggers to help us know that we are dreaming. And for me, I don't really have to do reality checks too much anymore. I would say, because I do review my dream journal a lot, and sometimes I just read my dream journal like a book. And I don't know if you guys do dream planning work, but I also plan out a lot of my dreams before I go to bed, and so I can explore how different things show up in my dreams and some of the patterns that I see no matter what I try in my dreams. So there's so many different benefits to exploring your dream world just through using your dream journal, but I'm also going to give you a way in this video where you can use your lucid dreams to explore your dream world. So I'm going to give you two main ways to explore your dreams without needing to be lucid at all. And then the last tip I'm going to give you is a way that you can explore your dream world while you're lucid. And all of this is going to help you more easily recognize when you're dreaming without having to rely on techniques and reality checks. You're just going to be able to look around and have this inner knowing that you are dreaming. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. So let's jump into the first tip. The first tip is something that you just need your dream journal for, and it is to review your dream journal and explore your dream territory. What are your dreams like? What are the main emotions that show up in your dreams? Is there usually a theme that happens in your dreams? Do you usually dream that you're inside a building or a house? Or do you dream usually that you are out in nature? Do your dreams seem pretty mundane? It's just like standard? Or are you always on some like crazy adventure? Now, your dreams will differ and change, especially as you grow and you're taking in new information and you're trying new things in your life. But a lot of the time what I've noticed is there is a foundation to our dreams where like our dream has this kind of inner personality. But first I want you, before we get into like the personality of our dreams, what is the territory that you find yourself dreaming in the most? So what is the environment? What is the feeling that you get in a lot of your dreams? And if you aren't sure, just take a look back at maybe the past week's dreams, since those will be the most relevant to your practice, and just see what changes between them, like what's not the same, and what reoccurs between them, what seems to be a pattern. Number 2 is to take time to write out your dream's personality. So this is where you're grabbing the characteristics of your dreams that seem to be part of the foundation of your dream world. So for example, my dream personality I see as kind of like a trickster. There's always something that I'm confused about, or I'm trying to figure something out in the dream. And so I noticed that that is kind of a common theme in my dreams, is there's always this like mysterious kind of energy where there's something that's not completely clear to me, and whether I'm confused about that or I'm trying to figure it out, it always seems like there's this like inner mysterious energy. in my dreams. And I used to dream a lot that I would be like at a past job that I worked at. And even though everything would seem the same in my dream, there was always like this really almost like magical, mysterious energy, like alien-like energy in my dreams. I have no idea how to even explain that. I wish I could like project my dreams to you, so you can take a peek into my dreams to see what I mean. But it's like this feeling. I noticed that my feelings are very strong within my dreams, and that's where I get a lot of my information when I work with my dreams, and that's where I get a lot of my dreams personality, is based on how I feel in my dreams. So for me personally, I really pay attention to like the emotions that are present in my dream and how I am feeling or what I may be thinking in a lot of my dreams. But your dream personality is going to show up in many different ways. But if your dream world did have a personality, if you could write down the actual traits or characteristics on paper that don't necessarily have to occur in every dream, but seems kind of like a normal thing now and you kind of expect it in some of your dreams, what would that look like? And I definitely recommend writing this down somewhere, because you will want to save this information, because the more that we can become familiar with not only the territory of our dreams, but the personality of our dreams, what shows up in our dreams and in what ways, the easier it's going to be to recognize when we are dreaming. And it's also going to massively help us with just decoding our dream symbolism once we know some of the unique messages and energy that's being portrayed in our dreams. Now, I do have some questions that may help you explore your dream's personality if you feel a little bit stuck. How do your dreams surprise you? What is a theme that reoccurs throughout your dreams? If you could choose one main emotion that shows up in your dreams, what would that emotion be? What is a common theme or lesson in your dreams? What types of characters usually show up? Are you in places you usually recognize, or are they unfamiliar to you? What role do you usually play in your own dreams? Now, this third tip is something that I recommend practicing and playing around with while you are lucid. In your upcoming lucid dreams, interact with your dream environment and pay attention to the fine details and compare them to other lucid dreams you've had. Run tests to see how the dream responds to different stimulus, and this is honestly really, really fun. This is what I love to do, because it's just running your own experiments and challenges within your dreams to kind of test the limits of your own subconscious and where you are at in your dream practice. So on an extreme level, maybe you try to create fire in the palm of your hand within a dream, and not only is that helping you build dream control, it will allow you to create dreams based on what you visualize more easily, because you're working with visualization and will so strong in the dream world. So if you do that, that's also a benefit as well. But this also helps you experience like the result of some of the things that you do in your dreams. Is that always the same? Do your dreams respond differently when you do the same thing in them, depending on that dream? Like, you just want to run experiments so you could just get to know more about your dream world. Like, if it was an actual person, if this was a way to get to know your subconscious mind, was exploring your dream world in that way, how in depth would you explore your dream world, and what would that look like? Another great example of this is talking to dream characters. Now, that's going to be different for everybody. My dream characters might respond completely different than yours, and depending on your dream, yours may respond differently to you than they did in a previous lucid dream. But it's really interesting to get to know your dream world on this level, because you know what's going to work, and you'll know what isn't working right now, or what you shouldn't focus on as much. And it's the same with inducing a lucid dream at will, or inducing certain states of consciousness. You're just exploring. You're really your own scientist. You're running tests. You're comparing your own data from your experiences. And this can be super fun when doing it in a lucid dream, because it's something that's ever growing, it's ever changing, and the more you grow and evolve, so does your dream world. So information in there is always going to be changing. But I would just look at what level you're at right now. Like, have you even had a lucid dream before? Are you having a dry spell with dreams in general right now? Obviously, go with what makes sense to you right now in your practice, but there's so many different ways to explore our dream world without necessarily having to get lucid. But once you do get lucid, this is something I would highly focus on. Just exploring, not having too strong of a mission when you first start lucid dreaming. You know, just play around with what your subconscious gives you. as soon as you become lucid. Just pay attention to where you're at, like how you feel in your dream, what things look like. That's one of my favorite things to explore as soon as I get lucid, is just how vivid and clear and colorful and immersive this world is. It's so like mind-blowing when I get lucid and I just look at all the color and the detail. It's like colors I've never even seen before as well. So a lot of the time I get distracted if I have a big mission or quest I want to go on as soon as I get lucid. So a lot of the times I'll just explore with where I end up in the dream and interact with it in different ways, like through touch and through smell and through intention and will. And I'll just play around and try things out. And you want to make sure you write down your dream experience as soon as you wake up, and not only your dream experience, but maybe some of the things that you tried in your dream and what the results were. Because your dream journal is not only a memory building tool, so the more that you use it, the more dreams you're actually going to remember, but everything is contained within your dream journal about your subconscious mind. And maybe a dream you had like 6 months ago finally makes sense to a situation you're experiencing right now. But you would never really know that unless you were able to go back and review your dream journals and see that similarity or that, that synchronicity with how it relates to your life right now. So there's so many different benefits to using a dream journal. And not only can you understand how to talk to your subconscious with actually decoding your dreams in your dream journal, but you can do it in real time while lucid if you learn the basics of stabilizing, moving around your dream, and knowing how to communicate with your dream. So exploring your dream world in these 3 ways will be huge for your practice, and you'll naturally notice your dreams become more profound and more vivid the more that you work with it in different ways. All right, guys, I hope that this was helpful. Definitely let me know down below what's been going on in your dream world lately and how you are exploring it. If you like the content that I create on this channel, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to check out my second channel, The Lucid Mystic Sleep Music, where you can get nightly binaural beats, lucid dreaming, and out-of-body experience sleep music. All right, guys, until next time, I'm sending you endless love and endless lucidity.